Alright, so I asked my mama how to make a monster, and that is what we're going to do. Okay, so remember, where are we right now? I don't remember, and Microsoft did nasty things to me. Well, it didn't do anything nasty, it just decided that I needed to restart my computer even though I told it I didn't. So, yeah, I've got this. I can pick up that little star down there. I can probably fix that asterisk. Let's see, I want to fix that asterisk, make it a bigger asterisk, and I want to make that a little smoother and fix up the quest finish. So why don't I just come over here and say, okay, what did I want? I wanted let's just put all the things that I will want to do after this for cleanup. Right, so this will all be cleanup later on. So things that don't have to be done now, I'll try to clean that up after I've gotten through 7. Make the MacGuffin asterisk larger. Fix up the quest finish, although I might have to do that in part 7. I guess there are other things that I've noticed that I wanted to fix up a little bit, but I don't remember what they are right now. Oh yeah. Give walls a hash. So we want to give them something like that, because that's sort of what in other roguelikes a wall looks like. So we'll leave it white with a black hash in it. So those are things I can do later. You don't need to see that. And I guess this guy's still running, so we'll close him. All right. And so what do we have going on? We want to make a monster. We want to put it between the dude and the MacGuffin. See, this is getting bad. We don't want all these things to be where they are. We want to have a better way to deal with objects and stuff like that. And in fact, probably we're going to want to move monsters and MacGuffins into the map somewhere. So probably that's another thing I should do, is move these things into the map. But we're not ready for that right now. We could be. Depends on how much time we have. Alright, so monster's a dude. Okay, so we will just make the monster the dude. He's at the self map. Get square. Let's see. I'm having trouble with square. I wish I could say that the reason why I'm having trouble spelling is because of all the pain medication I'm on for the wisdom teeth extraction, but that's probably not really true. Okay. 2719 plus a couple, so let's try, let's just put it in the center of that room. Room 2 center is 2921. So right now that's our monster. What other things? We need to give him a view. We're also probably going to have to give him an AI in a moment. It's going to have to be a stupid AI. Doesn't have to be a stupid AI, but we'll give it a stupid AI to begin with. Let's see, game view classic dude, and that is not what we want. We want a classic badass. Okay, so we're going to create a classic badass. Not in control. These are out of order. Classic useless, classic dude. So we don't want a classic dude, we want a classic badass. And a classic badass is, let's call him a capital Y. Alright. And he does not need to be that color. He could be gc.yellow. So we'll make him yellow. Monster is equal to monster.setName. What should we call the monster? We should call him the Warden. No, we'll call him the Wizard of Guffins. The Wizard of Guffins. That's stupid. Okay, good. So we'll change him to a big giant W for Wizard of for Wizard. Okay, didn't like that. It didn't like that because I should have had a period, not a comma. And let's see how that works. Did it die again? We have no set name. I don't know why my phone decided to buzz, because it doesn't even have a name attribute. Self name equals none. Okay. And let us self.player.set name player. So the player should be in the model. All this other stuff should be in the level. Let's see. So hopefully, by setting the square, I set it to occupant, and nothing bad happens. Dude instance has no attribute view. Oh, I reset the monster. Tools go. Oh, see? There I have a giant W that I can't go through, sitting there in my dungeon, right? So that is pretty good for now. let's see. Now, I think the original rogue only had random AI. Or maybe random movement until something sees you or something. So we'll just give it random AI. So let's see. So we've created the monster and the MacGuffin. The MacGuffin's actually not part of the model. It goes away. But we need the monster to do something. So in fact, so I've got two choices. Either I can register the monster on the map, or I can, so I have it in two places, or I can just go through every square, and if there's a monster there, run the AI. I think probably checking through every square is a little excessive. I think in the long run that would be very, very bad. So I'm just going to do that, and I'm going to have a def update self dt equals 1. So it's going to just go one turn at a time, or one impulse at a time, or whatever that is. Later on I'm going to add speeds and stuff like that, not in these 7 things, but later on I'll add speeds. That dt will change. Right now it's just going to be 1. So self occupant for occupant in self occupants occupant update dt. So that tells you how many steps to update. Let's see. And we should add occupants. Self occupant. Self.occupant append occupant. And just to be safe, if not occupant in self occupants, self occupant append occupant. Okay, my wife is home, so I'm going to have to take a break, so remind me about whatever it is that I didn't do when I come back. Okay, so do you remember what you were going to tell me? Because I sure as hell don't remember what I was doing. So let's see where I've screwed up. Bam. Some dude has no inventory. The monster has no inventory. Is that true? What happens with the dudes? Well, the dude should start with an inventory, right? So I don't see what the issue is. So I initialize the dude, he has an inventory. So I think that's the same spelling. I'm going to just paste. Same spelling. Okay, well that's fine. Maybe it's not fine. So it's calling that get inventory from somewhere. Probably if the MacGuffin lands on the same spot as the Wizard of Guff. Yeah, that's got to be it. So, what'll happen is where is it? Game model. Possibly I should break that up so that that doesn't happen. Okay, so we need is to have no little star and a big W. That'll show I've fixed that problem by changing the order, which I probably have. Okay, so that fixed that problem without changing the order. It's probably not sufficient because, again, I don't remember what I was doing. I remember thinking about the AI. Does the dude have an AI? Ah, self-control. All right. So we need to set control. Self-control equals AI. Okay, so that means we need a class AI. I'm not really sure what to do with the class as AI other than we need a bunch of I don't know what kind of parameters to put on it. Probably just need an owner. So what should it do? I don't know what to call it. Get orders. Self. Knowledge equals none. So we'll have to find some way to send knowledge out here, and I don't know if I'm going to keep that as knowledge, but that would be stuff like what does the particular dude see. And in this case, knowledge should be the square that the owner has, right? Well, we don't need that to be something we pass, right? Self owner get square. Let's see. Dude, do we have a get square? Okay, so that will give us the square from our dude. And the square has different directions. Do I have get neighbors? You have a get neighbor. Do I have get neighbors? Get position is too far down. Don't you dare. So I need to get neighbors. So what we return is a tuple of set neighbors, self neighbors. We don't want to send the same list, right? Target equals random choice square get neighbors. Return target. So that tells us what to do. Let's see. Def update self dt equals 1. I'm going to have to do this slightly differently, but later on. But right now, let's just do self AI get target or get orders. So later on, what I'd like to do is have update just do things impulsively, and getting orders will be done in a separate situation. And this will be target, and then we move into self move into target. So we might not have anything here that updates it. So we update that guy. Over here we have map. We update the occupants, but we haven't added an occupant. That's where I was. That's what you forgot to remind me about, even though I told you to remind me when I came back. Right. We made the add occupant. So now we want to self-map.add occupant monster. This might not be the best place to do that. We probably ought to do that when we add it to the square. Tools go. So that doesn't seem to make it move. So let's see. We know that we got to the add occupant. So first I'll print the self-occupants. Okay, so there's the self-occupants right there. So we have added the occupant. Next, let's see if we get to that update. Okay, so we're not updating the model. That's what I forgot to do. So tools go. Self model update. Apparently it should be in there. It is there. Needs a self map update DT. Monster monster.set AI game view AI. Dudes have no AI setting, etc. Oh, it's set control. All right. Because the control is not necessarily an AI. Neighbors has something vestigial because I just copied neighbor, right? Okay, so he's moving, but not just when the dude moves. Okay, so that's no good. Okay, so this is not the good spot to do it. Okay, let's. Do I know? I only know he doesn't know it. So self ready equals false. Self model player ready equals true. That is a bad way to do it, but this is not the way I want to actually do it. If self model player ready so I want that false, and I want to come in here, self ready equals true. Okay, I can actually use that for something else later on. Oh. Indentation. Nope, not indentation. Okay, so now the Wizard of Guff. Is moving, but we don't have any way to get the Wizard of Guff. So let's see. So we need combat. All our combat will be is to kill the Wizard of Guff. Okay, so what does that do? Self inventory empty self square, self square set occupant none, self so he's not connected to the square or to the map. So that means we have to, at some point, remove him from the map. If it's in self-occupants, remove self-occupants, remove occupant. Oh, and I need something for the inventory. Empty self. For thing in self slots dot values square square add item. Self remove item. There might be other reasons why we drop everything. Thing. Now let's see if the very bad combat system works. Okay, so let's see what squares know. Squares know the room they're in and their position, but not their map. Okay, so Square self map. Squares should know their map. Square self map. See, this is where it would have been smart to have made a general procedure, right? That's what we want to do with things like this. But that's not what I did, because I'm hacking it out. Look at all these wonderful spots that I've made where I can have errors. Okay. All right, he got it. He's always going to get it, probably. Oh, look, I killed him. It dropped the thing, and then it blew up. So we're pretty close, but it blew up. And this is going to be bad. Oh, and look, I blew up that thing there. Oh, that's what it's doing. Okay. So that just added all the nothings. Okay, so all right, something bad was happening there. So it pretty much works, other than there seems to be an error. Okay, that didn't happen that time. I just killed the wizard. Possibly, if the wizard walks into me, that's what it was. Okay. So if the wizard walks into me, then what should be game over isn't. Alright, so makes it a 1 hit point game. That's fine. Let's see. Self move into square. No, I can't get him to kill me. But I haven't done anything that will improve things. Okay, that should kill it. Oh, but that completely resets it right away. We'll see what happens. Gotta be careful. I want him to kill me. Okay, so worked better before. Okay, well, I'm going to put a lid on that. So I'll need to fix up combat. Real loss. Fix internal calls. That's bad form. Let's see. Model in game loop. What else? Calling map from inventory dot empty, I think it is. Okay, there were other things that I wanted to do, but this should be sufficient for now. I'll figure out the other things later. Okay, if I remove him from his spot and I remove the occupant from the map, I don't know why that guy's still around. Okay, I'm not going to figure it out now. That's all you get. Sorry.